everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be doing our last installment of Plouise's love tapes. Yes, we're going to be using the big one today. We're going to be going all out. If you're new around here, hi, my name is Jodie and I like to create beauty related content here on this channel. So if that is something you guys are interested in, make sure that you are subscribed and that you press the bell just so you are notified every single time that I upload. So today's video is a very special one because it's Valentine's Day, and today I'm going to be collaborating with a bunch of Makeup with Alex Kate's patrons. You guys know I love these girls. I've collaborated with so many of them. We've done so many group collabs and all that kind of good stuff. So if you are interested to see what everybody else did for this collab, there's some girls doing it purely on Instagram, there's some girls doing it on TikTok, some girls doing it on YouTube. I'm actually going to be doing all three because I'm a little bit extra, and I just thought this would be a brilliant way to show you guys what I think of this palette. I have only ever used it twice before this. One was actually a video that I did film reviewing this when I got it back in September, but I never uploaded the footage, so I thought we'd just redo it, new style and all that. And this also concludes my weekend of Plouise. Yes, I've done 4 videos starting on Thursday where I tested out the new Plouise Love Tape mini palettes. So if you are intrigued or interested to know anything about any of those palettes, I will leave a link down below to each video. But this is number 4, this is the last one. Anyway, if you want to know more about this collab and this palette, then let's just get straight into the video. Today I thought I would do Plouise Love Tapes as the final one. It fits quite well because this is a very pinky purpley tone palette. Today's Valentine's Day, and it's also a collab with some beautiful friends of mine. And I also thought that for this video I wouldn't just solely use that palette. I thought we can make it fun, and we're actually going to get the Plouise paints and bases out. I'm going to show you guys how I personally use them. I know there's different ways of using them, but I have been incorporating especially like the acid rain paints more into my looks nowadays, so I thought I could also include that because some people have been asking me. I'm also going to make this super fun and cute. I'm going to do some like love hearts and stuff because I haven't done a look like that on my Instagram yet, so I thought today, with it being Valentine's Day, it was the perfect day to do it. So, oh my god, that was a lot of words. Let's crack this open. So this is Plouise Love Tapes. This one came out in 2020. I believe it was the Valentine's palette of 2020. This one isn't on her website currently, and I don't know why, so I can't tell you specifically how much Love Tapes is, but I know it will be around the £40 to £43 mark. So I'm really sorry that if you're after this one at the minute, it's not on her website, which is weird. It says the page isn't found, and then when you go onto all palettes it's not there. So, oh my god, I can't get it out. Not gonna lie, Plouise is known for her bigger palettes, and this one is huge. This one is so big, yeah, and so thick, but there is reason for that. So this palette, I believe, contains, yeah, so it's got 18 eyeshadows and 2 highlighters from Plouise. So this is what this one looks like. So you've got your 2 highlighters and then all of your eyeshadows. So like I said, this one is a very pinky purpley tone palette if that is the kind of thing you like. My one criticism of this palette is that the pans are tiny, and I literally say this to everyone. The pans in this one, eyeshadow wise, are so tiny, like they're too small. Personally, they need to be bigger for the price. But we will forgive Paige because her formula is to die for. So I'm going to quickly pop off camera and do my eyebrows because I actually forgot to do that before I came on. Recently I have actually been using the Plouise Oh So Brow-to-Full in Hazelnut Latte. I think it is, yeah, Hazelnut Latte. And I've also been taking Benefit Ka-Brow in shade 3. Okay, I am back. I done my eyebrows, they look very huge right now. We're just gonna ignore that. This palette is so big that I literally don't have anywhere to put it. What I'm thinking is a purpley pink, like cut crease kind of moment. There are only 2 shimmers in the whole of this palette, bar the highlighters, just to let you know. We're not going to do swatches today, I don't think. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be using probably the paints more than the bases. I don't think I'm going to end up using any bases today. If you guys want me to do a video where I do use the bases, let me know, because I can do that. So I have the full Mama Mitchell Acid Rain collection. Then I also have black and white paints from her cancelled collection. And I've also got blank canvas. I'm going to take Ecstasy first. There isn't really a purple in this palette. I just thought I want a purple. So I'm going to take the shade Ecstasy. This is the consistency. And they're quite a thick consistency. I'm no makeup artist, by the way. What I'm going to do is take a mixture of brushes. So I'm going to show you some brushes that I personally like to use, in case you're also stuck for what brushes to buy. I'll show you the kind of brushes I like, and then brushes like the Morphe 515 because it's rounded and quite small, so you can get quite precise lines with it. Also the Peaches and Cream PC07 brush. Again, it's just like a bigger version of this one basically. Also Jeffree Star's JS13 from Morphe. I don't really like using Jeffree brushes on camera, but like, oh here we go, the JH39 from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe collection. We'll use that one instead. So all of these are small rounded brushes. That's what I personally like to use. The smaller and rounder the better, I find. Also ones like the Jeffree one that I showed, this one is good for blending it out before you go in with shadow. So these are all the types of brushes that I'm gonna be using today. And I'm gonna take the Morphe 515 brush, and we're gonna zoom you in. What I'm gonna do is take this purple, and I'm just gonna dip my brush in it a little bit, and I've got a mirror down this way, so yeah, I'm gonna look this way. So what I'm gonna do is so I want a line to run all here, because that's the kind of shape I'm going for, but I only want the purple to go like halfway. So it's fine if it's messy, by the way. That's why you can use a bigger brush if you wanted. I'm literally gonna carve it to about here. You want to work kind of fast with these. I have hooded eyes, like you can see I've got slightly hooded eyes, so I'm not going where my crease is, I'm going above my crease. I don't have a lot of lid space either. This will make you look like you've got more lid space, trust me. So there's not a lot of gap between where my eyebrow is and where the line is going, but that's okay because obviously you can still see it when you look. I feel like I'm trying to be a teacher. I'm really not. This is just how I do it. So because these dry within 60 seconds, I'm going to get that Jeffree brush and I'm literally just going to blend it out, but I'm going to blend it upwards, not down, because I'm going to be cutting this crease. So, and I do this now because then it makes putting eyeshadow on top of it easier, but you've still got that nice blended fade, but you can still see the line. I'm sorry if I'm not explaining this very well, but I'm no makeup artist, I don't know how to explain things. Then I'm going to take the Peaches and Cream PC39, so I didn't show you this one. It's just a flat, fluffy brush, and we're going to go in with the palette. So there isn't a purple in this palette, but I do want to stick to just this palette, so we're just going to go with it. This purple here, this middle one, and then this one here at the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, it's not going to look right, it's not the right purple, but I'm just going to blend it out. I might have to go in with another palette. We'll use this one for the first time. This is the Beth Painters, the Sample Beauty palette. I'm just going to blend. Then what I'm going to do is, so you can do a whole line just of this colour, but I want to do 2 different colours. So I think I'm going to go in with Glow Girl. I've been loving this paint recently. So this is the colour. I need to get some more of this little one, and I'm going to carry that line on. Like that. Now I could add a lighter one here, so I can remove this and do like 3 colours. I might do that actually. And then again, I'm going to go in and we're going to blend that paint out before it dries. And I honestly just find it easier to do it this way. it doesn't have to blend out perfectly, but like ideally blend it out as far as you're going to put shadow, because it just, if it dries in that solid line, you're going to have a solid line there. Whereas if you blend it out and then like deal with the line, if you blend it out and then put shadow on, you're not going to have that line there. So now that's all blended out, we're going to take the shade, probably the one that I was going to go in with to begin with. I'm just going to take it on this brush. This is the shade Enquires, and we're going to pop that shade over the top. I'm going to take these cosmetic cotton buds, Garnier Micellar, and I'm just going to wet the end if it will go in and remove it. So I'm going to take the shade Raver, which I've actually never used before. This is a lighter pink than Glow Girl. Can you see the difference? Raver. And again, exactly the same. I'm going to take it on my brush, take a little bit, and I'm kind of going from like the end of the last paint. It looks very similar, but we're going to blend it out with a lighter colour. Blend it out. I'm going to just take another clean brush, and I'm going to take the shade Devoted, which is a very hot pink. It's like a Barbie hot pink. So what I'm going to sit and do now is just blend all of this. Okay, so because we've used like such a fine detailed brush, I then find 9 times out of 10 I don't really need to cut my crease. I think it might be as well because I'm kind of used to doing it like this, so I don't really need to cut it, but I will anyway. So I really like these cotton buds where one end is like spiky and then the other end is like a normal one, because you can really get precise. If you don't have micellar water, Vaseline works really well as well. Just like pop some Vaseline on the thing, use one side and then go in with the other side and wipe it away. Works a dream. So then sometimes what I do is I'll take blank canvas and cut all of the rest of my crease out. And now I want to go in with a glitter. So I personally like to use my Plouise 7072 brush. So I just like, I just take it from here. I will carve out the cut crease and then put it everywhere else. I don't know how well this is going to go. I normally take it like this kind of shape, and then I will just fill it in messily. It doesn't really matter, as long as you don't get any on the what you've already done. I don't normally set blank canvas just because you don't really need to. I think I might today, because sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But Mitchell set his the other day, and so I've been setting it. But you don't have to set blank canvas. You don't have to set any of this. And to be fair, if you're going in with a colour, which I'm undecided whether I am or not yet, you could just go in with said colour instead. I just use Stay Matte, by the way. I'm going to take Glam Crystal in number 1, and I'm going to line. This is where I mess it all up, but we're gonna try it anyway. So now I need to let this dry. And this is what it looks like. So where my actual crease sits is still not where I put that liner. My crease is still underneath that, can you see? Normally I would then leave my crease free and then put a colour here, but I don't know whether to do that or not. So what I'm going to do in the meantime is go off camera and do my other eye, then come back to you guys with both my eyes, and then we'll just go from there. Okay, I'm back. I've done the other eye. What I actually think I'm going to do is just do a silver glitter going up here, because I did try and put a colour on but it just didn't look right, so I think that's what we're going to go for instead. The face, I'm just going to kind of run through things. I'm not necessarily going to like talk through it as such. We are going to go back into the palette and I'm going to do some like under eye bits and bobs, but for now let's do skin. So Elf putty primers I've been loving. I do prefer the poreless one for my nose, so I'm just going to take that.
Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade.
And then I'm going to take the luminous putty primer over the rest of my face.
You ready for a good time? Count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the
foundation. I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation in the shade 140N. I have been loving this.
good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes. Do you know how much I love you? Wanna see you smile. Where's the happy girl that I know with a heart on fire? I'll do
For concealer, I'm going to go in with Born This Way from Too Faced.
anything to make it fine, but I can tell that you
I'm going to take ABH powder, loose powder. This one is in vanilla. I don't use this very often because it's expensive, but today is a special occasion. A collab with the girls means I can get it out. I'm going to very lightly powder because I actually want to use cream blusher because that has been my new favourite thing. For cream blusher, I'm going to go in with Mitchell Blush in Peach Sugar. I have 3 more coming from him because his Valentine's sale was £25 for 3, and I was like, yes please, because they're £14 each. So I use this in like different ways. I've been trialing out using a brush with it. So this is the Peaches and Cream PC17, which I was using for highlighter. I watched someone on Instagram use blush with it, so I wanted to try it out, and it is a little intense, but this is a Valentine's look, so it's okay. Enough to make you look a little bit sunburnt is the general vibe we go for. So because I'm going for like quite a pink theme, it looks very like a lot. Another alternative is could have used Plouise bases as blusher, but I've been loving blush, so I couldn't help myself. And then I did end up setting it. You don't have to set it, but I still like to put powder blusher on, so I just use the Doll Beauty Take Me to the Peach. Looks like this. Absolute favourite one. Really want Viva La Vacay, but you know, we'll get that eventually. Right, bronzer, we're going to go in with ABH. So I just feel a bit bougie today, so we're just going to go for it. Highlighter, I'm going to take the lighter one out of the palette just so that you guys can kind of see what the highlighters in this are like. And the shade Once Upon a Time, and pop that on. Whoa. For a bit more of a pink though, I am going to pop on a Josh Cosmetics one because you guys know me. I think I might take, oh I nearly dropped one then, I think I might take Tinkerfell. Just a tiny bit over the top. Let's finish the eyes off. Is this shade here. I think I'm going to take, I think I might just duplicate what I've done, but I'm going to take this shade first and then probably a bit of this one, and then I might take a light pink for the inner corner. So actually we're not going to duplicate the top at all. I'm just going to take a Morphe N213. I'm going to go in with that first shade on out a bit. Then I'm going to take Devoted kind of in the middle, leading up to the shade Urge. That's like a baby pink. For mascara, I'm going to use this Isla Blend and Care mascara. And then for lashes, I think I'm going to take some lit lashes. You guys know I love lit lashes. Moolah, which they just look like this. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry, but I thought while we do that we could do lips. So I'm thinking maybe this lip colour, which is like a pinky mauvey tone. So I thought to make this a bit more Valentine's-esque that I would take some little holographic hearts on, so I'm just going to use Collection Glam Crystals glitter glue, and these are from Amazon. These little hearts are. Okay, so I've got them on. I don't know how I feel now that I've put them on, but we're just going to leave them, and I'm going to put my lashes on before they dry so much. Okay, so I've got everything on now. I didn't put the gloss on in the end because the Fenty lip paints are really, really comfortable. Like, they don't feel too drying on the lips at all. You're gonna have to kind of excuse this eyelash. This one never looks that great, so we're just gonna ignore. But this is the finished look. I wanted to quickly pop on camera at the end of this video and talk a little bit about the palette. So obviously it wasn't going to be the main focus of the video, but it also technically was going to be my main focus, even though I didn't use it all too much or show it too much because it's just huge. It's hard to put in the shot. In terms of this palette, I do really, really like it. I think for Plouise, it has everything. It's got all the attention to detail that I love. It's got the 2 highlighters in, which are blinding, like they're absolutely beautiful. And I think they're really good shades because they can cater for like most people. In terms of the eyeshadows in the middle of the palette, you guys, if you know me on Alex's Patreon, you will know that the one thing I say about this palette is that it's absolutely beautiful, but the pans are tiny. They are so small, especially now I've got like the other Love Tapes palettes. Those pans are quite big. These ones are so small. I just wish they were a little bit bigger because they are quite close together, and because they're pinks and reds, they're very pigmented, and they also have a fair bit of fallout. So you have one colour, it merges into like all the others because they're so close together. That is like my one criticism of this palette, is that I wish the pan sizes were just a little bit bigger. I do understand for aesthetic reasons. The reasons why they're so close together is so that it can have the look of a tape, of a cassette tape, but at the same time it's not that practical. It doesn't necessarily have fallout on the face, but it has fallout in the pans, and it's not exactly travel friendly. You're not going to want to cart this around with you when you go in here, there and everywhere. But other than that, for the price and what you get, it is definitely worth the money. So yeah, that's my little bit about this one. In terms of the eye look, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys want to see more videos where I kind of show you how I use Plouise's stuff, then please let me know. I am not a qualified makeup artist. This is all things I've learned from other people, and it's just personally how I find it easiest to use the paints and the bases. So if you guys want videos on that, please let me know, but please bear in mind I am not a makeup artist. So if you're watching this as a makeup artist, I'm sorry if I'm doing something wrong, but I've never claimed to be one and I'm not one. So yeah, I'm willing to learn off other people, but if you guys, you know, you're just like me and you just do this because you love it and you want to know how I can like use them, then please just let me know. I'm quite happy to do like more videos on the paints, doing them in different styles, and then also I have all of the bases bar one colour. Like, this isn't even all of them, I just can't pick the rest of them up. But if you guys want to see how I use those paints as well, please let me know, and I'm more than happy to do that for you. Yeah, please just let me know down in the comments. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm super excited to see what all the other girls did. I will leave absolutely everyone's links down below, so whether they've done a TikTok, an Instagram or a YouTube video, or all three like me, then their links are all going to be down below. So please make sure that you go and check out all of them because they're all beautiful, they're all lovely, and I just love collabing. I love doing a collab video. So yeah, please make sure you go and check them out, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.